Yes, yes, Jason. Are we started or not?
We've just started.
Oh, we have started.
We have started.
There's no countdown or anything like that. Like the TV, it's like, five, four, three.
I know I should have done it, but there we go. I'll get it set up for next time.
Ah,
Okay.
just got to count me in. You can't just shock me like that.
There we. Hey, here's a funny story. So
Hmm.
we did a spooky quokka video last week, but guess what?
Hmm.
I stuffed it up and it
It,
didn't work.
that's no good.
No, no.
Does this does this does this go out live on YouTube or does this go out later after you've edited it together and whatnot?
It depends. Right now we are live on YouTube.
Oh, okay, right.
Yes.
So, and last week we went live on YouTube.
Uh, yes, we were, but then I deleted it.
Ah, okay. So the people who happen to be lucky enough to watch it live would have heard us with the sound and the visuals,
No.
but then when it went up later, there was no sound. It
Yes.
was just us miming for the
Something
most
like that.
part
Yeah.
in the most boring way possible.
Yes. Just mouths are flapping.
Yeah,
Yes.
did me. It was us reenacting that first episode of Das Kapital all over again.
Yeah, and oh, that's a deep cut.
Yeah, I know. It's probably about two or three people in the world that will get that. And
Yes.
two of them are us.
And the other's Flacco. Is he still alive?
Yeah, Black, of course he's still alive. Paul
Okay.
Livingston is still with us. Still
Ah,
going on. I saw a picture of him today.
really?
Yeah,
Oh, fair enough. There we go.
yeah.
So last
But
week we
yes, last week.
we discussed Doctor Strange and the It Mum.
That's right. In the multiverse of madness, or as
Yes.
you correctly said, it mom.
Yes.
Yes, yes, we did. We had a good discussion about it.
We sure
Covered
did.
lots of topics.
We did. We discussed that it was mediocre.
I've 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 seen it twice now.
Oh my god, you
Uh,
poor
I,
bastard. How are you feeling?
oh, come on. Look, in a world where we've seen
In a world.
Venom, in a world,
In a
in a world where
world.
we've seen Venom and Venom 2 and Morbius, let's face it, Doctor Strange It Mom is not the best Marvel Cinematic Universe film, but it's still pretty freaking good.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I mean, there's a lot of things it does wrong. There's a lot of characters it doesn't do good service to, but it's still a quite exciting film to watch.
By not do good service to, do you mean do horrible service to?
Well, I mean, it takes Wanda and kicks the crap out of everything that happened to her in WandaVision,
Which,
which
as
is
we
not
know, is
good.
one of our favourite Marvel Disney Plus shows.
This is true.
Hmm.
Yeah, but the second time I went to see it in the D-Box cinema at Carrot.
Yeah.
And you haven't done D-Box yet, have you?
No, no, no. It's a hygiene thing. Like, I don't want that in my popcorn.
Fine, fine. But other than the D box that Jason is speaking about, the D box cinema at Carrot is a cinema where the seats move, like they've got like a bit of motion to the seats themselves, but they also like vibrate and stuff like that during battle scenes. And so far, like I've seen Spider-Man: No Way Home on it. I've seen Uncharted, and I've seen Doctor Strange It Mom. And so far, the best one has been Doctor Strange It Mom. It really there was a lot of big fight scenes and effects, and that there's a fight scene in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness where Strange is fighting an evil version of Strange, and they're using like musical notes and stuff like that to attack each other.
Yeah.
And in that scene, it's just like this chair was vibrating out of control. It was fantastic.
Okay. Um, So that sounds like it was a very nice, comfortable, vibrating chair, but did it make the movie any better?
I think the movie experience was better. Yes, yes. Like, I mean, look,
Was the
it's
story any
like,
better?
okay, I think our expectations were just so high for this film, and I
But
think,
here's the thing: whose fault is that? It's Marvel.
well,
I read something or saw something where basically they described it as they promised us Disneyland and they gave us Seven Flags. Six Flags? What's the theme
Six
park called?
Flags,
Six Flags. Yeah,
Six Flags, yeah.
yeah. They really hyped this one up to be, groundbreaking in the multiverse of madness. And by multiverse, we mean two
Mm.
universes.
Yes,
Yes.
yeah. Well, so they do pass through a lot of universes, but you don't really get to see much of them.
No, no. In that 30-second scene. Yes, that's
Yeah.
yeah.
Or is it three? Or is it three universes? Because there's, well, actually four. Does that universe where it starts, where Doctor Strange and America Chavez are, like, first fighting the monster? Does that count as a universe, or is that like a in between
No, because that was
places
a
kind of
pocket
universe?
dimension of the 838 universe. Because that's
Oh, okay, so that's, yeah, yeah. So that wasn't a universe. Okay, so they
yeah.
they started there, and then they went to the 616 universe,
Yep.
and then they went to the next universe, and that's where they met with um, Mordo, who apparently Mordo and Strange have had some uh, real issues that we
Yep.
haven't really covered off in
That
the
all happened off
MCU
camera.
or on the
Yep.
TV show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
We don't need to
Um,
worry about that.
yeah, yeah, and then you meet the Illuminati,
Yes.
uh, and the Illuminati. So that all of the Illuminati is from this particular universe.
The 833 8, whatever it was. You've seen it twice.
Yeah, yeah.
Eight.
I don't do numbers, um, but the thing is, in this universe there is a Captain Carter, right?
Yes.
Now, do you think this is the Captain Carter that we know from Marvel's What If,
I
or is
I'm going to say no.
yeah? I think so as well. I think there's got to be more than one Captain Carter in the multiverse.
Yes. You would think so. Um, Also, we certainly didn't see Inhumans or mutants or anything along those lines in the What If episode. So
No, that's true. Yeah, we didn't.
yeah,
Um, and so yeah, this universe is kind of like a best of, or kind
fan
of worst of,
service.
depending how you look at it. Well, because you got Captain Carter there, and then you've also got the Professor X, who was from the animated the animated cartoon,
Yeah.
which he's looking a lot more animated these days, played live action by Patrick Stewart.
Yes.
Um,
Who he's getting on a bit, isn't he?
he is, but I mean that's the benefit of being able to play Professor X, is because he's always going to be in a wheelchair. So you can just push him around, or in this case, I think that thing was a hover chair, so I think it might have been
Yes.
floating. But it was good to see Patrick Stewart back again,
It was.
just in time to see him die again.
Yeah.
Which is every time they put Professor X on screen. How many times has that character died now
I
on
know.
screen?
I feel sorry for him, particularly because realistically, let's face it, this could be his last outing as Professor X.
But I think he honestly thought his last outing was Professor X.
Yeah, I know, but if you're playing fan service, you kind of want some ambiguity, in relation
Mm,
to his demise.
true, true. But I tell you what, there's no freaking ambiguity when it came to Black Bolt's demise.
No,
That was hardcore.
that was pretty cool. I did like that. That's probably
That was
it was
that
not.
was, that was like
It was nice to see the actor from the much maligned Inhumans TV show return to make some amends, which is good.
it was, and his Black Bolt costume was really pretty much spot on. I thought that was a really good iteration of the Black Bolt costume.
It
The
was.
only thing that they could have done to make it even better was have the oh crap, what's the dog's name? The inhuman dog that
Lockjaw.
does the transportation.
Lockjaw.
Lockjaw. I was going Lockheed. No, no, he's a dragon. Yeah, Lockjaw. Um, yeah, if they had Lockjaw there, that would have been cool. Just having him sitting beside Black Bolt. But um, and we also got a different iteration of Captain Marvel as well.
We did. We did. So we had the Monica's mum.
Uh, Rambo. I think her name, her like flying name was Photon.
Yes.
Uh, but I can't remember what her
I'll go with
first
Photon
name was.
Rambo. That's fine.
Photon Rambo. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So it was good. I believe 007 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, she was good in that role. It was interesting. It was funny how so many people were just going, "Oh, it's the Tom Cruise Iron Man. It's the ultimate Tom Cruise Iron Man. It's going to be amazing." And it's like, dude, clearly that's an African American woman. And they're like, "No, no, no,
Uh,
it's Tom Cruise Iron Man." No, no, no. I think it's not. Yes.
yeah.
Uh,
Yes.
and then we got the to see the first MCU appearance of um, Reed Richards.
We did.
Um,
That was some very popular fan casting. Yeah, he did okay.
did you think?
Did
Did
he
you
come
think?
across as the smartest man in the room?
Um, well, that was a pretty dumb room, though. I mean, no, no, no. It's I don't know. Who would you cast as Reed Richards if you had the power?
If I had the power of Galactus, I would devour worlds and cast.
No, no, no.
Oh, good question. I don't know.
Well, because when you think about the smartest man alive, you're probably thinking like you know maybe a uh, Steve Jobs or so Dyson, the guy that invents Dysons. He's pretty damn smart.
Yeah, yeah.
But so you're thinking about those. So you think the smartest person alive would be like someone like that, you know? But I don't know. I mean, you look at who was Mr. Fantastic before, Ian Griffin and uh, Miles. Was it Miles Teller? Was the other Reed Richards?
Yeah, the guy who's in Spiderhead. Spiderhead, the new Netflix
Spiderhead.
show with Chris Hemsworth. Have you seen that trailer?
No, no, I haven't. No,
Oh my god, you have to check that trailer out.
I shall.
Yes, Spiderhead. Yeah, it looks very interesting. Yes, the guy from Backlash, the drummer.
Yeah, he's also in Top Gun Maverick, which comes out next week, which is a fantastic film, and I reckon that's going to be another one to see in the D box because
Yes, in a world
when you
where
feel the
there were
need,
sequels that no one asked for, Top Gun
yeah,
2.
I didn't think I need to ask for it, but I'm glad they did it. It was an amazing film. It's really good. It's
So
just like I was watching it and went, oh yeah, they did used to make good films like this.
so was there much shirtless volleyball?
No, it was a shirtless beach football.
Oh, okay. So they're changing up the mixing it up quite a bit.
Yes, yeah. Well, okay. It's like it is a love song to the original Top Gun. Like there's no two ways about it. It is massive nostalgia fan service,
Yeah.
but it was really enjoyable.
Oh, good.
And I either rewatched or watched Top Gun for the first time on the weekend beforehand, and it was yeah, it still holds up. I mean, the music is shit, but Besides that, it
What?
still holds up. Yeah. Well, no,
Can,
no, not the no, not the soundtrack is shit.
ah,
The score is shit. Like
okay.
the score is very 80s synthy kind of a score, but the actual movie itself is amazing.
Okay. All right. I'll bear that in mind while I'm watching something good.
Oh, I I'm baffled. I mean, I've been like singing the praises of Top Gun Maverick ever since I saw it on Monday night,
Yeah.
and no one seems that interested.
No. No. It's. It would be like if they did a sequel to Risky Business.
I don't know because did how many planes did Risky Business have in it? Because like that's the thing. It's like dogfights with planes is pretty cool.
Yeah, but it was a different era. Russia was very aggressive. It was totally different. We had
One
to
of the
worry
things that
about
I like
MiGs in the
about
sky.
one of the things I like about Top Gun Maverick is there is like a bad guy, and it's a some country that's a bad country, but they never actually ever say what country it is. And whenever you see the evil planes, you never see any markings on them. And whenever you see the evil pilots, their faces are completely covered. I thought it was a brilliant strategy to be able to sell this all over the world because the villains are are faceless people. So it's really good, really cool idea.
So we really get to see their motivations and what drives them towards this path of villainy.
Evil,
E-
evil drives them.
because
That's what
because
we. That
because America.
exactly,
Reason
exactly.
two,
It's a,
freedom.
very, very true, very true. Now, back to John Krasinski,
Yes,
who's making his appearance as Reed Richards in the Multiverse of Madness.
I'm
Oh,
okay with that.
hmm.
I'll allow it.
Now, the thing is, like, none of these people make it out alive in the Multiverse of Madness. They're all the Illuminati get taken out, which is a sad state of affairs. Uh, but I think that they are planning on having him back as Reed Richards. Um,
Well, John
and
Watts has
John
been
Watts,
fired from the. Well, not fired.
well,
He's creative differences for the new Fantastic Four film. So I wonder if there's
mm,
any other directors waiting in the wings who could take his position.
well, well, I don't think the differences are like the issue. I think maybe it was the issue of like apparently John Krasinski is quite a director in his own right. Uh, directed a couple of movies about quiet places that did quite well apparently, starring himself and his wife Emily Blunt, who is a massive Disney darling, been in a few Disney films, took over the role of
Mary.
Mary Poppins, and took a Jungle Cruise with Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
And not to be confused
So
with Amber Heard.
no,
No, no, who
no,
is allegedly a very big liar.
right, okay.
Yeah.
Why did she got how can Emily Blunt and Amber Heard be mixed up? Two different people.
Oh, kind of look the same to me.
Really? Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
I don't. Yeah.
Uh, Emily Blunt is no, she's yeah, a great actress, absolutely fantastic. And
Could she be
uh,
Sue?
well, I think what could be happening here is that John might be the person they're going to get to direct the film, and have him play Reed, have her play Sue. Yeah, I think that might be where they're going. And because the thing is, John Watts is still going to be in Marvel because I think they want to have him back to direct another Spider-Man film
Mm.
because
Do,
he's done very very well with that. And
do you
I mean,
think that
I think
John would be happy with just directing, or do you think he would want more of a Favreau sort of role?
what just directing the film as well as acting in it.
Yeah. No, as in,
Well, I
would
mean,
he want more of a bit more creative input in the whole MCU?
well, I think like I think he's a good actor and he's a good director, but he's not that. I think if he goes in there and does a amazing job, then maybe they'll give him more to do. But it's I think at this stage, like just being in acting in and directing the Fantastic Four movie would be a massive thing for him to do. So yeah, I'm not sure because I think as far as the overall pictures of the MCU, Kevin Feige is that guy,
Yeah.
and yeah, I'm not sure how much say people have outside of Big Kev.
I'm pretty sure it's zero.
Yeah, I would not be at all surprised. But yeah, I mean, those are the things I liked about Multiverse. But I did enjoy seeing all those characters. Um, and it was unfortunate to see them all die and be killed by the Scarlet Witch because that's the real thing. Is like the Scarlet Witch in WandaVision, she never killed anyone. She did some pretty terrible things like taking away people's free will, but she never killed anyone. And here she was wholesale taking people out left, right, and center.
Yeah, they really. I mean, they were going for the dark hole corrupts, but that whole
Mm,
concept really took away from all those hours we spent with Wonder and Vision. You know,
yeah,
in,
exactly.
in,
Yes,
in
yeah.
Westview, we got to really see her. We got to see her grow as a person, deal with that grief, come to terms, accept it, and then yeah, that's probably one of my biggest gripes with the movie. It was very out of
Yeah,
character. And secondly, I don't understand this. Nexus beings. Why is there a Nexus being
Nexus.
in every multiverse? Surely if it was a Nexus being, there'd only be one. And they'd be sort of like a Nexus.
Or you're saying the Wanda's a Nexus being,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's how they described her in the TV show.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
But why would
Also,
that? Why would there not be more a Wanda in each of the different universes?
I don't know, but it came across that way. There was like a very
Hmm.
special. Oh, no, it was in Loki. They're talking about Nexus people. Maybe.
Oh, okay.
Can't remember.
Hmm.
Anyway, scratch that. Move on.
Because America Chavez is the only, like she said that she was the only one of her in
Yeah.
all the multiverse.
Yeah.
So I guess that kind of makes her a bit special. Um, but yeah, it was. I enjoyed bits and pieces of it, but yeah, it was definitely the darkest of the Marvel movies so far. I mean, with a horror bent to it. I mean, a lot of the stuff they did with Wanda when she was like chasing them through the basement level and through under the river and stuff like that. When she came out of the reflectiony mirror kind of stuff, very that was very ring like when they did that. So I think, and it did because it was directed by Sam Raimi. It had a very Raimi-esque feel. It was very Evil Dead, very Army of Darkness. It gave you a horror, but gave you some humor to go with it as well.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
I did like some of the effects, how they had the very retro, real, animatronic looking shadows when it was in Zombie
mm, mm.
Strange. And I did kind of like how they toned down the special effects to make it look fake. Like the whole mountain in there, Mount Wundagore, that looked fake as. And it was
Mm,
fake
mm.
as deliberately to make it look that kind of low budget, almost that Hammer sort of horror, almost.
Do you do you remember there's a scene where they're looking at some security cameras and Wanda's coming in and throwing off her blasts at people? That looked really not good to me as well. I
Mm.
don't know whether that was done on purpose or whether it was just the CG was off.
Marvel doing bad CG. Well, I've never heard such a thing or seen such a thing, such as the She-Hulk trailer that dropped today.
Oh, come on now. It's gonna be fantastic.
Oh,
Yeah,
It's going to be sensational.
it will be sensational, and hopefully we won't
Savage?
be savaged by it.
Yes. Uh, um, hmm.
I think everyone knows like they can see over my shoulder here, my She-Hulk in the cabinet. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to going to seeing She-Hulk on the big screen on the 17th of August. Not that
Yeah.
I've marked down the date or anything.
On the big screen.
No, well,
Small
on
screen.
on 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 a
Disney
small screen,
Plus.
or I could Disney exactly yes, yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
I do have a reasonable sized screen in my house that I can watch it on. So
Yeah.
it's a bigger screen.
So not D-box, or if you want to D-box it, that's totally up to you. I'm not going to judge you.
Yes, yes. But no, I'm really looking forward to it. It is. It won't, of course, be the first live action She-Hulk that goes to Joni Laura, who was China, who's no longer with us, unfortunately, but she was the first live action She-Hulk in the porn parody.
Ah,
So, which was funny to have a porn parody before you actually ever have a TV show.
there you go. Well, that's a
Yeah.
first. So
Mm.
hopefully, oh, she died, didn't she?
She did, yes, yeah,
Ah,
very sad life.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. But there is another WWE connection in the new She-Hulk TV show.
is there now?
Yes, with as I quickly Google WWE She-Hulk, not Kenny Ortega. What's his name? David Otunga.
David Otunga.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yes, he's
he's a.
the former. Yeah, WWE David Otunga.
I never saw him as a wrestler, but I think I've seen him do like commentary or something like that.
Right. So he's the date I think that goes well when she's on Tinder. And then
Oh,
yeah,
I see.
yeah,
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because it is so heavily reliant on CG because the She-Hulk character is basically a CG character. So um, yeah, it wasn't the best CG, but I'm just hoping that they're still polishing it up before we get to the actual TV show.
yeah. That would be definitely appreciated. I think.
Hmm. Yeah, no, definitely. It's yeah, just she looked very
Yeah,
smooth and plasticky.
yeah. Wasn't quite right. So we've got to end this up in about 10 minutes. Any other comments on
Well,
Doctor Strange in the?
yeah, it was just weird because there was one division, and then you had Loki, and then you had Spider-Man into Multiverse of Madness. I always thought that the so you had Spider-Man No Way Home, and then Doc Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I always thought the Multiverse of Madness was going to be a film where, because of all those things, the multiverse was broken and they had to go through and fix it.
Yeah.
But that really wasn't the story of what in the Multiverse of Madness was.
No.
It was a very personal story of Wanda basically going, Vision's been taken from me. My children who never actually existed have been taken from me. And now I'm going to find a universe where they exist and I'm going to get my kids back, even if it means like taking out the version of me in that universe. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to take this kid's powers because, like, if anything happens to my kids and I need to go somewhere else to help them out, then I'll need to do that. So, she's got to die. It was just like, very frustrating.
You know something?
But
When you sum it up like that, I like it even less.
but yeah, so it was just frustrating because you thought it was going to be a part of a bigger whole, and it really wasn't. And
And I do blame Marvel
yeah,
because they they've basically been laying those threads. They've been putting that concept out, since they've been linking it to Spider-Man No Way Home. All the marketing, it's really made it feel like it was almost going to be a direct sequel from Spider-Man.
Yes, and it was and the only reference to it was very fleeting, just like, oh yeah, we had some experience with multiverses with Spider-Man, Spider-Who, and then we moved on from it.
Exactly, yeah. So it was, and also even all the stuff Wong's done over the last 5 years, there was very little mention of that, apart from, he's the Sorcerer Supreme. I found it visually, it was exciting, lots of things there for fan service. I thought it was disjointed between the normal Marvel Cinematic style and the Sam Raimi style. I found his style was very fantastic, very unique. I love his style, but it didn't really fit with what we've seen before. And the more I think about it, the fake eye, the third eye, just looks like crap.
And that's the thing is like, most of the directors they get aren't really massive name directors when they get them. They kind of like get them and they mold them and then they become big directors from there. But to take a name director like Sam Raimi with a particular style and try to fit him into the Marvel way, it just, maybe it wasn't the best idea.
See, I would actually sort of, as a counterpoint to that, Kenneth Branagh, when he did Thor, it was its own unique thing. He set those initial visuals. It's also often its own little world, so to speak. But with Doctor Strange, it's in New York. We've all seen New York in the MCU, and so it was more just jarring that we've had a grounded 616 MCU Doctor Strange, and then we got a Rami Doctor Strange. I think that's what I personally found. It was so different from the first one, and so different from a couple of months ago when we last saw Stephen Strange in Spider-Man, that it was quite jarring.
True, but I think maybe they thought, well, we got away with it with Taika Waititi, so maybe Sam Raimi can do the same thing.
But once again, that was like in space, places we've never seen before. It's like it's they deliberately. Well, it's a unique style in a unique location, and so the characters transfer, but the setting is different. And in this case, I don't think the setting was different enough.
True. Were you happy with the Bruce Campbell cameos?
I will admit, I did hear that he was actually going to play Balder the Brave as part of the Illuminati.
Right.
And I thought that would have been fun, him chewing the scenery as an Asgardian.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh. I think we're done. Well, Lewis has just quickly disappeared. That is okay. Okay. Brilliant.
Being a superhero is a trial by fire. Who's gonna protect the world if not people like you?
I'm Jennifer Walters. I'm a lawyer. I have great friends.
Can we get some shots, please? It's an emergency.
A demanding job.
We just started a superhuman law division, and I want you to be the face of it.
And a frustrating family.
Cause you didn't ask for this, but you still gotta deal with it. Your transformations are triggered by anger and fear.
Those are like the baseline of any woman just existing. Oh. Bruce, kind of feels like if I don't transform, I'm gonna die.
Yes, yes, yes. No, no.
I just want to be a normal, anonymous lawyer.
Can you tell us where She-Hulk is? Jen, you're a story now.
Girl, your ass looks crazy right now. You could be an Avenger.
Oh, I'm not a superhero. That is for billionaires and narcissists and adult orphans for some reason. Is there anything more depressing than dating in your 30s?
Yeah, this is the best date I've had in a while.
Oh,
Should we split some fries?
let's get those to go.
Okay, here I am. I'm back. Lewis won't be joining us for the rest of it because Zoom. You get that. But we will be back next week and we will talk more about probably She-Hulk, hopefully Obi-Wan, and whatever else crosses our deranged, spooky minds. So thank you. Thank you for listening to Spooky Quokka. Please remember to like and subscribe. Engage. YouTube loves it. We all must pray to the algorithm. Take care, and we'll see you all next time. Adios. Spooky Quokka out.